women women prefer bad guys, or women prefer bad boys or criminals. That's not true. That's not true, right? There are women who like criminals, right? Criminal-minded women, but that's far from the majority of women. Now, there are women who don't mind if a guy is a criminal or not. You understand what I'm saying? So you have women who only like criminals. So, like with the Pookie and Ray Ray shit, right? With the Pookie and Ray Ray shit. And he's guys like women like Tyrone and drug dealers and shit. Women who only date drug dealers and only date guys like this are women who are hood rats, because that's what they know. So, you know what I'm saying? Or women that come from that world, but most women aren't coming from that world. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of the times, like these whole city girls, the city girl chicks, JT and Miami, Young Miami, those hood rats. So they rapping about how they grew up. They rapping about the type of guys that they fuck with. So y'all hear that and think, okay, that's what women like. No, those two, I mean, they rich now, but those are hood rats. You understand? That come from the streets. Those two chicks are from the streets. One of them even did time before. You feel what I'm saying? So, like I said, you have women who do like that, but there's a small percentage of women, and that's what they like. But the majority of women don't care if a guy is a criminal or not. You understand? And I'm gonna get into why in a second. But so first, understand that, right? And this is why I'm gonna tell you why women are attracted to a certain type of man. And a lot of the times, bad boys have the qualities that women admire. They have the confidence, they have the ambitions, they have the life outside of them. Niggas that's in the streets have shit to do. Niggas in the streets don't have time to be sitting up, laying up with no woman all day. They got ops to catch, they got dope to sell, they got plugs to pay back, they got people to scam, they got to do what they got to do. So they don't have time to be laid up with no bitch. You see what I'm saying? Criminals, they have a purpose. It's not a good purpose, but they have a sense. Guys in the streets, they have like a purpose of, I want to get rich, I want to do this, I got to make it out. So they're about something. It's not productive, but they are about something. And this is what women like, whether you're in the streets or whether you're not in the streets. And they also have guys that's usually criminals in the streets. They have a backbone. Right? They have a backbone. They're not pussies. They can protect women. And a lot of the guys who in the streets that's getting money, they getting money. So women like these aspects of a guy, but it's not because he's a street dude. It's just that this street guy has the qualities that she likes, if that makes sense. You understand what I'm saying? The street guy has the qualities that women like. You feel me? They got, like I say, the confidence, the ambition. They got the life outside of them. You know what I'm saying? Some of them, not even say all of them, some of them getting to the money. You know, like I was talking about last week, some of them niggas is gangbangers and they get violent, and women like guys who are willing to do that type of shit. But to some women, it don't matter if you're a street guy or not, so long as you have qualities that she likes. And that's the majority of women. And then you're going to have women who don't like street guys at all. I started to get to a point where I used to tell women, I used to lie and tell women that I was a manager at a warehouse or a manager. I used to have to lie because once I started getting to a certain age, that street shit, women wasn't attracted to that shit. You see what I'm saying? But I did have the qualities that attracted women to me. You feel what I'm saying? Criminals have a ghetto hustle that women respect. It's not that the women respect they like the guy that get a lot of the guys in the streets. They give women money freely, so women take to that. The women who like it take to that, right? But like I say, it's not that women like bad boys. It's just bad boys have the qualities that they like. But you don't have to be a bad boy to have these qualities. Prime example, right? The athletes in college ain't bad boys. The athletes in college, the niggas on the basketball team, the guys on the football team, the athletes and the guys who are in like the fraternities and shit, the Q dogs and all these guys ain't criminals. These ain't Chads and Pookie and Ray Rays, and they hitting all them hoes. They getting all the pussy. So you mean to tell me, right? So what does that tell you? That guys in college who look a certain way, who carry themselves a certain way, they not street guys, they not bad boys, and they get pussy in college. They was getting pussy in high school, and when they leave college, they be gamed up and get into the regular world and get their corporate jobs or whatever, or start to run their business, and it don't stop, and they still get pussy. I'm not a street guy no more. I'm not a bad guy no more. Women still like me. So it's not that women like bad boys or not like, but women prefer bad boys, because a lot of you guys think that women, and I get a lot of DMs. I did a consultation yesterday, actually, get a consultation with a guy yesterday, and I had to tell him this because he thought in his mind, he's like, well, the women at my job, they only like the hood niggas. And that's what women like. They like hood niggas. I'm like, no, you work at a place where hood rats work at. So hood rats like niggas in the hood. I told him, I was like, your homework tonight is to go out and go do this instead and holler at the bitches over here and watch the difference. And he sent me a message this morning and said, I had a hell of a night and I bagged something. You dig what I'm saying? It's not that they prefer bad boys. It's just guys, certain guys have these qualities. You see what I'm saying? And like I say, the athletes in college ain't bad boys. The guys in the fraternities in college ain't bad boys. Why are they getting women? Why are they running through all the women? You feel me? Celebrities aren't bad boys. Rappers aren't bad boys. Them niggas just rapping. Rock stars aren't bad boys. Movie stars aren't bad boys. Social media influencers aren't bad. Social media is that's like the loose celebrities. Now, if you're a social media influence, you lit. You feel me? They not bad boys. What's the guy named Flight Reacts and all these niggas? They getting bad ones. They not bad boys. Why? You feel me? You know what it is though? And I'm gonna be real with a lot of y'all. That's that hater talk. See, what haters do is they sit back and they say, oh, because when they can't get no play, right? Women love that masculine energy. Exactly. They don't give a fuck if it's on a bad boy or a football player or the postman. If you got that masculine energy and you got game, you can get women, period. Right? But like I say, that's that hater talk, right? So what haters do is they sit around and they say, oh, because they can't figure out the game, so they hate on other people and they make excuses and say, oh, well, she just like thugs and the thug is getting all the girls and they don't want me because I'm this. No, they don't want you because you more than likely ain't approaching them and you corny. Right. And it's not that you corny, but more than likely you just ain't approaching them. But I'll get to that in a second. But that's hater talk when guys sit and say, oh, well, women only like bad boys. That's loser hater talk. Haters talk like that. You feel me? That's hater shit. Put it like this. And I was on Prince O's channel the other night talking about this. We was talking about guys who get all the girls. Do you know what separates the guys from who get all the girls and the guys that don't get all the girls? Let me see if y'all can answer this. What separates the guy who get all the girls and the guy that don't get all the girls? What separates them? What's the difference between these two types of guys? Let me see if somebody can answer that. The difference, I'm seeing the answers. You know what's the difference? You know why you know why that one guy get all the girls and the other guy don't? It's because that guy that get all the girls, he went and talked to all the girls. That's the difference. That's the difference. The guy, but see, it's easier to sit back and say, well, she just like thugs, than to go put yourself in the face of rejection. That's easy to do that. It's easy to say, or to work on yourself to make yourself attractive. It's easy to say, well, she just like thugs, she just like criminals. All women like criminals. It's easy to bow out like that. But what separates the man that get the women and the man that don't is the fact that the man that get the man that get the women went and approached them. That's the difference. And the man that got the women is attractive, and he put the work in to be attractive. That's the difference. He put the work in to be attractive, and he went and approached them. That is the only difference between the man that get women and the man that don't. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to get in the game. Don't be you sitting back making excuses. Oh, women just like, they prefer bad boys, and that's I'm just doomed. That's not true, bro. That's not true. That's the furthest thing that's the furthest thing from the truth. You have a small portion of women who come from the criminal world or who come from the hood, who like criminals and hood dudes. But the large majority don't care whether a guy is a hood dude or not. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's just the large majority don't care. They just like certain qualities. And some hood guys have these qualities, the same qualities that guys in college who basketball players or guys who players in the corporate world and businessmen have these same qualities. This is who they like, whether he is street guy or not. And as a woman get older, as a woman elevates and she get older, that street shit go out the window. She don't even want to look at nothing. Even I'm telling you, because they understand how much of a liability that is. So especially if you over a certain age talking that shit, I just know you a dude who about to throw in the towel. The guy who gets the girls, what separates him from the guy who don't is because he put the work in to make himself attractive, and he put himself in the face of rejection more than the guy that don't. That's the only difference between the guy who get the girl and the guy who don't.